We'd like to pull all of the media that you saved last week into our project file. To do that, you're going to go up to the Add Media. From home, you can add media from just about anywhere. From here at school, you're always going to want to use Files and Folders, where we've been saving things into your U Drive Computers folder. You'll simply go out to the folder where you have your pictures and where you have your music located, and you'll select it. Remember the Shift key feature, and remember the Control key feature. When you have all of the pieces and parts, music and pictures that you want, you can just click on Open and it will import them. I'm going to say Cancel because I've already imported my music and I've already imported my pictures. If you'll notice in the Project Asset window, there's my pictures, and here's some of my titles I've been experimenting with, and down here is my music. I'm going to go ahead and start putting my pictures in. I'm using an example of my theme being diabetes, but your theme was whatever was your interests were. So my theme's a little different than yours, but we're going to go with it just for the example of the pictures. I'm going to drag this picture in, and I'm going to drop it in the timeline right next to my title. I'm going to use the scroll, the zoom in and zoom out scroll, to zoom in a little bit. It may at first look like I have made this play longer, but if you'll notice, right now, my playhead or my scrubber is at 9.26 seconds. If I zoom in even further, it's still at 9.26. So by zooming in, I'm not really making it play longer. I'm just getting closer to the board so that I can see it better. Most of the time when I'm working, I work from about this distance away from my timeline. Remember, this is your timeline because these are increments of time. Be careful when you're bringing your pictures in. Don't allow your pictures when you bring them in to overlap the previous picture. If you overlap the previous picture, it will cut the part that you overlapped and it'll stick that at the end of your picture, of your last picture. So now I've got the picture of this guy, my boy, who has diabetes, and then I've got the picture of this guy, and then I've got the picture of my son again. So you never want to overlap your pictures when you bring them in. I'm going to Control Z or Edit Undo, or just go down here and click Undo. When you're bringing your pictures in, make sure you bring them in. Don't leave a gap, and don't overlap. Okay? So I'm just going to drag my pictures in here. And you can drag them in any order you want. The order that they are here doesn't necessarily matter. Notice that once you've added a picture, you get this green little bubble here. That lets you know that you've used this picture at least one time already in your timeline. You can use it more often than that, but for the most part you probably wouldn't. But even still, it's just letting you know you've already used it.